Greetings and welcome back everyone to Reassembly. It has been a fairly long time since I was last playing this, the actual campaign. Now, there are a couple of reasons for that, mostly time, honestly, but another part of it is that I'm starting to feel that there isn't that much left for this specific group to do, other than just continuing on until I've got a 8000p ship and just seeing what I can do with that. But even that isn't actually that far away, and I'm starting to suspect that without a complete redesign, there's not actually much more I could do for this particular design of ship, for the flying staplers, that is. So, probably some of the last things I will be doing with the flying staplers is an actual redesign. We'll probably strip the flying staplers down once I've got 8000p to play with, and then rebuild her from the ground up to make use of that enormous amount of power. But in the meantime, I've been playing around with some ideas for different reassembly content. The obvious one is starting the campaign afresh with a new species, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that one just yet, if only because on the whole I feel the player faction has the most content for a campaign. The other factions do have very interesting designs, and especially in terms of a tournament, it makes sense to have a very varied group of ships. Out of my way, you silly ship. We need to activate this space station. But within the sort of idea of a campaign, I think the player faction is probably still the best one to use, simply because there's so much versatility in its components. Most of the other factions seem to rely on a single gimmick, really, to make them different from the player faction, and generally have a stripped down component set. But it has been a little while since I've explored some of the other factions, especially the ones that I played around with first, so updates may have changed that. It'll be worth having a look. But for this episode, I think we are going to be largely just moving around, trying to slay as much as we can as we find it. Let's continue to build our fleet up. In fact, actually, what are we building? Diode outpost, an anvil, a hammer, and the Nebuchadnezzar. What are we going to have built just now? Is that the Nebuchadnezzar? Or no, that's the hammer. Nebuchadnezzar is next up. But we're going to continue to activate space stations so that we get more and more and more credit and visit wormholes. It's something I've realized fairly recently, that wormholes are actually a fantastic source of credits, because it's 1,000 per pop. Let's swing by up here. There's a diode outpost that we need to activate. I really do like the diode outpost of all the outposts. There we go. Though, speaking about tournaments, I am probably going to release another episode today, which will go over the specifics for the next tournament. That is the 500 power tournament. So, specifically, it'll have a deadline for entries for the tournament. Let's see if I can't get you with my railgun. About there? Ah, fantastic. I thought I'd missed that, but no. Good times. Let's wipe you guys out. Yes, but we'll have an actual deadline for the tournament. I won't put that in this episode because it does muddy the waters a little bit if I have information like that just kind of hidden in a regular episode. But I'll have a specific episode go up that is properly titled so everyone knows to watch that one. It'll probably only be a few minutes long, just going over the specifics, the deadline for entries, and covering how that tournament is going to be set up. Let's get rid of you. I am still a little bit dismayed with the lack of agents, though. Though, that said, how much do I need? We are getting very close now. Very close. We need a chunk more credits, and then we should actually have enough for the 8000p ship. In fact, maybe this will be the last episode of this particular campaign. If I do get that much points, then I will be redesigning the flying staplers to use 8000p. There we go. My lord, the flying staplers is a potent weapon of war these days. Those huge cannons are fantastic. You're dead. We should swing down here. We'll activate this wormhole station, then hit these wormholes on the way, I think. We're going to need very little credits at all. just shy of 10 times what we've currently got, which is not going to be hard for us to get. There we go. Just wipe you guys out because I can on the way. Oh, that is a rather brutal way of thinking about it. Oh, I'm just kidding you because I can, honestly. You weren't offending me or anything. I just decided you needed to die. Oh, how power has corrupted us. The once noble flying staplers. Let's spin around. Fire. Ah, missed my opportunity there. Never mind. Oh, we took a fair bit of damage, actually. We need to get our shields a little bit better there, I suspect. There we go. Now, where's this station? Just over here. Hello! I come bearing gifts of death. Depending on how tired you are of being a freighter, this is a good thing or a terrible thing. There we go. Oh, that was a terrible shot. Need to get a little bit better at controlling that awesome weapon. There we go. If you would please send me over those resources. Thank you. Let's build Nebuchadnezzar. There we are. Fantastic. I do think the flying staplers would benefit from much, much more aggressive turning thrusters. Right now, that is a bit of a problem. Hello. And here's that station. Ah, no, really? Is it got to be buried in amongst things that explode all over the place? I'm not sure I appreciate this. Can we? No. And again. Wow, these guns are taking much longer than I was expecting to blow that up. Okay, fair enough. Let's get this diode outpost built. There we go. And away with you. No, 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 don't crash into that. I'm trying to save your life by pushing you away from it. Oh. If it wasn't for the flying staplers there, you would have crashed into that exploding rock, and that would have been the end of you, I suspect. Let's wipe you out. They're not really worth much, but they're so easy to kill. Let's get rid of you. How much were you worth? Actually, a decent amount, to be perfectly honest. I'm surprised by that. But these missile drones, an interesting design. Maybe I should add something like that to the fleet. Something for our outposts just to put together. Just basically, effectively turrets. Missile turrets just dotted around. I always feel a little bit like a bully attacking that particular faction. They really don't seem powerful enough to deal with the likes of the flying staplers at all. Ooh, you look interesting now. Let's lock you and engage. There we are. Watch out, don't get hit by any crazy melee weapons though. I suspect this is the faction that has them. There we go. What on earth are you? My goodness, you're worth a lot. That was fantastic. Need to kill more of you. There we go. And, oh no, still 88. Nebuchadnezzar, you picked anything up? No, not enough. Damn it. Right, well, let's make our way through this wormhole. No way! Scallywags! I wasn't even paying attention. I was so confident. Well, that we deserved that, or at least I deserved it. I guess the flying staplers didn't really deserve it. I was the one that was full of hubris there. Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to pay a little bit more attention in the coming battles. Flying staplers is not nearly as robust as I once thought. Though maybe a station shield would be useful there. Let's get rid of you. And then go seek our revenge against whoever slew me. There we go. Let's not take a face full of death this time, shall we? Oh, you're still taking a face full of death, I feel. What on earth are those explosions? That's what took me out. What is exploding here? Nukes. That's what took me out. Okay. I see now why everyone was saying that this race was incredibly dangerous. Okay. Well, no, we're going to stay here. I want to kill that guy. I demand revenge for the slaying of me. Let's try and wipe you out. Hopefully with a bare minimum of nuking going on. Really didn't like that. There's another nuke inbound. Slay it if we can. Kill it. Oh, that's so dangerous. There we go. That's what you get, you scallywag. No, not another one. Oh, you got the last laugh, it would appear. Ah, these nukes. Well played, I suppose. Right, let's go ahead. There we are. We are now at maximum power. Those bloody nukers. Okay, well, let's go ahead and have a look at the flying staplers. What do we want to do? I would very much like a station shield projector. And I'm thinking I would very much like it in here. There we go. Wow, okay, that's way too big. Let's instead move some things around. So this is a harvester. We'll slot that down there and slide this in there. There we go. So we've got a huge station shield. We probably don't need this now as a result. So let's instead I'm going to move that out. We're going to move this up. Let's find the autocannon. I would rather autocannons here. And copy that across. Slide that forward. Now, what are we going to place here? We want a fairly powerful thing. Torpedo launcher? No. I guess I could have a railgun there. I'm not sure though. The other thing I could have is a plasma mortar. There's certainly something nice about those, but we're mixing a lot of different types of weapon here. I'm not sure this is the best idea. Instead, I could go for the proton beams, since that would continue with the whole spinal mount kind of thing that we've got going on. There we go. So we've got our antimatter cannons to deliver a lot of punch at a great distance. Then we've got our proton beams to deal a reasonable amount of punch. I mean, they've got a range of 1,800, which is, you know, still fairly good. We'll drag that up, drag that down. Actually, we'll replace the very end component on each one with one of these shrunk down. There we go. And yes, this is purely aesthetic, and it is actually harming the ship slightly in terms of its combat effectiveness. Now, we could possibly afford something like missiles or even more drones. I like the idea of more drones. How many more can we afford to position? We'll probably be able to do enough. 36. Yeah. Let's have this entire area just a bay of drones. Get rid of you and you. There we are. Right, the flying staple is definitely not an amazingly heavily armed ship, but I think it has enough going for it. We are going to try and enhance the protection here, though, I think. No, we'll just have one there. And then bring this down to fit in there. Okay, I like that. There we are. And connect. Now, perhaps the last little bit that we do, we can use to enhance the turning. Actually, let's do this instead. How much of this? 8. So we don't want that. These are only 4. So we can afford to have these right on the nose. There we are. Exactly 8000p. Now, we haven't done a full redesign. We've actually only added a station shield. Though that is quite amazing. Shield health 1000. Shield regen 10. But the station shield... Where are you? 5000. Shield regen 500. Honestly, we almost certainly do not need this massive amount of shields inside. I do want to keep a couple of them, but we're going to lose these ones, for example. And I'm thinking what we'll do is go with these. Drat. Should have seen that coming. Let's go with something like this then. Just have a lot of DACA. Of course, that's not going to work. We need to shed some of this. What could we shed? It brings us down to 76. Let's see. Really? Oh, he's looking at hull. I was like, how can I scale up this gun? I didn't realize you could scale up any gun. Well, that's obviously not going to work. Well, 6s wouldn't really be that good. We want something else that we can put in here. But I don't think we're going to have anything else, unfortunately. So it may come down to these. I mean, at the end of the day, at least it does get us back up to 8000p. We can't have everything. And then we'll just fill this in. There we are. No. There we go. Right, there we are. That shouldn't be too bad. I mean, we've dropped some of the damage potential, but... well, actually, we've increased it because we didn't have guns there before, but we've had to settle for slightly less damage than I would have liked. I do like having those burst lasers because they're fantastic when they've charged up. They're basically sniper weapons. But I'm fairly happy with this. Let's go ahead and save that. And wait for it to finish rebuilding. And then we're going to jump through a couple of wormholes. See if we can't find an agent. Are we done? Okay. Right. How are we going to set all of this up? I want those on the same... Yep. These go down to auto fire. These go down to point defense. Point defense for those as well. Auto fire. Auto fire. Right, there we go. I would like that to be on ripple fire, though. Fire all. Okay. Looks like we're good. Now I've got a beam that I can just keep fired when I hold down left mouse button. When is that station shield going to kick in? Oh, it takes forever to build. You get. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. And my front shields are online as well. Okay, the next wormhole, just down this way. Hello. Ooh. Okay, well, I guess we're going to go through you. You are very quickly stripping that station shield, and I have very little defenses once that is gone. But it came back up remarkably fast, which I'm pleased to see. I'm not sure having the station shield really is worth it, but damn, it looks good. There we go. Let's just cut through everything around here. There we go. Fantastic. Right. Where is that wormhole? Just turn on my auto-firing guns and all of my drones. Should probably try not to charge into things because it makes my station shield invalid in some ways. Right. Let's go and find out what we can find. Follow the wormhole. We need some agents, damn it. Are we going to have a place with agents? I hope so. Though it's only starting the generation. Ah, there we are. Okay, agents. Hurrah! We've got some agents. And that is the one that I want to go and kill. Let's go. Would have been good if I'd brought some credits with me, though I'm on -1 resources. How on earth did that happen exactly? Oh well. We need to go and slay some things on the way. Pick up some basic resources. And then see how we can do against this agent. Probably not going to do too well just by the flying staplers on their own. Agents are usually very well built. And flying staplers is, well, I mean, she's designed more for building a fleet than taking on enemies by herself. What we really need is a plant faction to harvest for a little bit. There we go. There we are. Let's wipe you out as well, please. There we go. Right, where are you? And you as well. Ooh. Let's try and take you out if we can. Come back here, you scallywag. Stop running away. Oh. You know what? Let's, I know this is going to sound crazy, but why don't we do something such as replace those with more proton beams? Let's just go full proton beam. That is going to give this an awful lot of firepower. That up, move that across. Where could we afford then to place these? Because we clearly can't have them there. But we want more. No, they need to stay as they are. Could possibly have some on the outside, but I'm not sure that would be a good position for them. You know what? Let's replace these then. There we go. And the same on this side. I think having just more proton beams instead of the antimatter cannons is a better idea. And damn it. It's going to be slightly odd, but there we are. I think that's good enough. We're a little bit under budget, which means that we can spend a little bit more on thrusters. There we go. And let's see. Have one there. And one tucked. Actually, we'll have that one tucked there instead. There we go. Back up to exactly 8000p. Not that you really need to have exactly 8000p, but it feels better somehow. Right, come on, proton beams. Make sure that everything is hooked up correctly, though. We want all of these auto-fire, these auto-fire. The only things I want hooked up to my main weapon, my main attack, are my proton beams. Okay, we've got a fair bit of punchiness now on the front. It's going to take forever for that shield to turn back on. There we go. Let's just cut you down. Same there. Fantastic. Why don't we get this shield, this station activated so that we can respawn there when we inevitably die? Come hither, you. No? Okay then. How about you? Will you come hither? There we go. I'm going to win this fight because I've got a much better shield. And also, you know, many more lasers. But still, I'm going to put it down mostly to having the better shield. For the time being, let's take out the diode outpost. Let's reset all of this. We'll bring along a Mr. Meowgi, a Last Angel, Lucky Leol, and an Attila. We're going to create a fighter squadron. Let's just start making loads of these things. There we are. Alright, that is fantastic. Go forth! Ah, my fighters, well done. Slay the heathens. Bring them to justice in the name of the Emperor. Oh dear. Just wear down your shield if I can. There we go. Oh, that's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. Though, my poor ships. Get off, my beautiful little fighters, you scallywags. Leave them alone. More beautiful little fighters, please. We'll see if this is a worthwhile strategy for taking on the agent. Just having lots and lots of little ships. You've actually picked up a shield. Well played. There we go. Alright, what else are we going to find? We're getting close to the agent now. I would prefer it if we'd had a better race to fight around here that we could get slightly better resources from. Is this exhausting my shield? No. Good. Let's go for you. There we go. More fighters. We're going to have loads of them. We definitely need better turning ability with the primary weapon like that. There we are. And we're really close to this agent at this point. Hopefully it's a good agent. Even if we die, I'd rather die to a worthy opponent than survive because they're terrible. I'd feel a little bit anticlimactic making all this way here and then not having much of a fight. Oh wow, that was worth a lot, which means that we're going to have a huge amount of ships with us. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. Where are you, agent? You buried in here or something? Hello? Just wipe you out if we can. Where's the agent? This must be one of the agent's ships. There we go. Definitely. These are player ships. If ever I've seen any. Oh, this is bad times. Flying staplers, flee! Oh dear. Losing some of our thrusters. Engage. All of your guns. Why are they not firing? Right. Bring your proton beams to bear. Oh no! We got taken out! Drat. Our fighters seem to be given as good as they got. Oh, we're far away now. There was a area nearby that agent that we should be able to capture. Maybe use to as a staging platform. Okay, let's wipe a couple of these out. There we go. I wonder if any of these agents are going to be subscriber ships. Or rather, ships of people who've subscribed to my channel. I should actually check them out with that in mind. Right, I'm going to have to cut through quite a lot of people in order to get the sort of fleet that I just had back, but hopefully the fighters that are still up there are doing a decent bit of damage. There we go. Just wipe you guys out if we can. There we go. Now, let's try and avoid the agent just for a second, get this station up and running, then we can use that as our staging base. Oh dear, lots of drones. Let's just sweep through the drones. Wipe them all out if we can. There we go. More ships. All of the ships, in fact. It's not a diode outpost. That is a shame. I think this is a Cosmo outpost. A diode outpost would have much more survivability against the agents. I might even be able to use it offensively by luring the agents to it. Right, we've got one. He's split away from the pack. Now's our chance. There we go. Fantastic. 2,000. All of the fighter craft. Every single one. Oh, this is fantastic. Look at how many ships I've got. Right, okay, let's take this fight to the agent at this point, I would say. More? No, we haven't got any more. Right, you're our next target. Let's try and wipe you out if we can. There we go. Go forth. Destroy the everything. Deploy all of the guns. Okay, you're a bit of a pest. See if I can't kill you first. It looks like you might kill me. Oh no. Oh dear. Bad times. Agents. All of the ships. Launch. Fly, my pretties. Trying to pull up. Not that it's going to help, because, you know, they can't offer me any sort of healing. You just block their weapon fire for now. Go forth. Oh, my fighters are doing well. That's right, my fighters. Ha ha. Right, more fighters. We need to fill the skies with fighters. Oh, this is amazing. This is better than having drones. Some of them are stealing people's shields as well, which is glorious. And they're all sharing the resources, just like a web of resources just all coming back to me. Oh, this works well. We've still got that agent out there, though. But I fancy that maybe I'm going to hook up my drones to my left mouse button click as well, so I can deploy a huge swarm of drones ahead of time. There we go. That's right. Keep sharing it back to me. Oh, this is fantastic. Look how many ships. We've got 63 ships in the fleet at the moment. And we're still going. 68 now. Like a tide, we're going to wash over this agent. Put it down. That's right. Fantastic. Oh dear. More of them coming through. Let's keep up all the firepower. There we go. Now, once my station shield comes online, my station shield will actually protect an awful lot of my fighters as well. Oh dear. I think you're one of the ships that took me out before. Let's try and wipe you out while we can. You are being a pest. Let's try and turn around, get everyone down there on you. There we go! Agent defeated. Station shield engaged. More ships for the fleet. Oh my lord. At this stage, I feel like I wish I had more factories. This is glorious! Come on now. More space around the factory, please. There we are. We're just going to go through all of these resources and see how many ships we end up with. We've got 77 so far. And that's not including my drones. Got 43 drones. My fleet is worth 14,000 P at the moment. It's good times. More drones. All of the drones. Just continue releasing drones as soon as they're ready. This is amazing. To 101 ships! The only problem is, if I started moving around, I'd probably lose most of them because I'd be moving too fast. 110 ships at the moment. 115 ships. Well, you know, that's not bad. Oh, actually, 116 ships. But with our fleet victorious in the face of an agent assault. Well, I mean, I say victorious. We did die first. If it weren't for the fact that we could respawn, then, you know, they would have been victorious. But still, I'm going to take that victory. I think the enormous fleet of small ships tactic is probably quite viable from the looks of it. I mean, I know we've only really tested it against one agent, but still pretty happy with the results. But on that note, and looking at the time, I'm going to wrap this episode up there. The next episode will just be a very short reminder of the parameters for the tournament and when the deadline is going to be, and then the episode after that will be the next tournament. So I do hope you're enjoying the series. I hope you are looking forward to the next, as I am. But until then, and as always, do take care.